Masters Clash, Playday number 2. Battlefield of Eternity is kicking our best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series off as we have Chili Mountain going up against the Donuts here in this competition, in this tournament match. So, yeah, it's party time. We had to wait a little bit. Lauber apparently is not happy anymore. We're just simply going into the game and inting first. Now he makes everybody wait for him. So rumor had it that he had a bit of a bathroom break. But if that was a bathroom break, then I really don't want to know what the guy ate. Because that was... whew. He had a bit of an emergency over there. I honestly don't know what happened. But yeah, he was... They were very, very close to losing the first map because of the player not making an appearance. The admin was already starting to count down and saying, like, guys, you have like a minute or two left and then you're gonna get a death loss on map number 1. But he made it in, well, I'm not gonna call it in time. He made it in time to avoid the forfeit on the map. Either way, now that we're heading into this with Rutsu on the side of the red team, the first thing that happens is that Zarya gets banned out. We also got Uther banned, and as you can already tell, there's a couple of heroes that you normally want to get rid of. Can't ban all of them. So, what do you eliminate here? We got Chromie still up. We got also Medivh, who's not always played in Battlefield. So they banned Chromie over Medivh. And Marco, of course, is someone that locks Medivh in pretty much whenever he can. This is Battlefield of Eternity, so not necessarily that you're going to see that Medivh play. But it is still something that you can definitely pull off here. So the only question that we have to ask now is, will Marco go for the Birdman or not? They're hesitating on the first pick. Didn't really see that one coming, I suppose. I think they expect the Medivh ban and an easy pick on Chromie, but nope. Li Ming instead. Li Ming. They let it slide for now, so they actually have Medivh still open. We've seen a few of those Battlefield of Eternity matches where Medivh didn't make it into an early pick after not being banned, and then gets banned in the 3rd position or not even picked at all because the teams are deciding to playing a different style there. It's like the only map where you kind of see that. There's Sonya and there's Medivh. Rutsu takes Medivh. They played a little bit of a game of chicken here. And as it turns out, the Donuts, they took it. They got the picks that they wanted, so good for them. And how is Maka going to play that out? Are they going to pick Ana, for example? Bananas Ana is pretty bananas, and you also got Li Ming for the nano boost, so yep, there it is. Ana is getting played, and Diablo together with that. The nano boosted Li Ming for the resets, and of course a bit of portal control would also be kind of nice. I mean, this is what Medivh is going to try and do 6 days of Sunday, just setting these portals up whenever he can. On top of that, of course, there's going to be the shield for Sonya, helping her out. And yeah, it's a nasty setup if you play it right. And the Diablo pick is of course also a pick away from the other team so that you don't get a ley line into an apocalypse. Birdie gets banned. Seen him played a little bit more in the games beforehand. But, well, what else? Because right now, there's still a ban against the team and they want to make sure that the Garrosh... Like, you can make a couple of plays with Medivh, but normally, of course, it's Diablo that you're looking at first, and the second one is that kind of Garrosh that you have in mind, because you can always go through the portal and then get a throw or a taunt set up. So any kind of engage on that end is cool. With the Nuburak, they are going for more of a dive, but Medivh can, of course, still protect that. Yeah, they're hesitating a bit on the next pick, though. And there's Hanzo. Ixia, the support, is the last one to pick for them. Alright, Hanzo plus a Nuburak. Also, Hanzo against the Immortal is also another fantastic pick. And that brings us straight to the damage dealers for Chili Mountain, because they are now in the spot where they could also drop another one and try to go for the Immortal here and drop a little bit of damage. And Chili Mountain has always been a team that is more willing to throw out a little bit of a different pick here. So yeah, there's the Thrall pick and Chen. Yeah, we saw it from Stork a few times for Team Arthurs, but now we get the top cake plays from Chili Mountain. Alright, so Chen is in, and that's portal control for you. First of all, you can portal control with Thrall, and you now also have Chen. So that might ruin the Medivh plays a little bit, but still, that bad boy is tough to beat and is always useful. Vision provided alone is worth a lot. But as we're heading into game number 1, the Battlefield of Eternity, we got our last pick kicking in, and that is Whitemane. Got to a point where Whitemane got even banned against Ixia, so now we got Whitemane in. Ladies and gentlemen, game number 1 in the match between Chili Mountain and the Donuts. We go straight onto Battlefield of Eternity. Game number 1 in the best of 5, Chili Mountain against the Donuts. On the left side of the map, we got Make on Thrall, Banana on Ana, Gia on Diablo, and Azerite on Li Ming. Bakul is playing Chen. And on the right side of the map, the Donuts with Lauba on Nuborag, Rutsu on Medivh, Kopenhagen on Sonya, Ixia on Whitemane, and Skok is playing Hanzo. Yeah, normally against the team in blue, you're going for the ban Ana strategy, but if Banana gets his Ana, then he's pretty bananas on the hero, and it's one of the main reasons why a lot of the boys in the meta started to ban Ana against Banana. But in this case, they let it go through, so Banana can now use Ana to get the nano boost on Li Ming, if he really wants to. And that's normally the setup that you're going for. Eye of Horus is of course insane, but normally with Li Ming, see nano boost instead. But Ana is also one of the heroes that Banana has to take really good care of, because the blue team will be... I mean, they're gonna get a lot of dive against them, as the red team has not only the portal set up, but they also got the Nuborag to just come in straight for her. And if Granny doesn't make it out, then whew, that could be a problem. Level 1, the Eye of the Tiger. Oh yeah. And we got the Rolling Thunder. I still want them to rename the talent and go for the Eye of the Panda. I mean, all puns and jokes with the talent names aside, I think it would just be so much better. But yeah, either way. The stacks are coming together for Medivh, so we're gonna keep an eye on Rutsu, and he's actually fast with it. He's at 11. 11 for that. Thrall on the, in the 4-man actually. I mean, with a 4-man, he could have gone for Trash Lightning. Still playing it out with the standard and going into the Trolling Thunder, but Trash Lightning would have been an option considering that they have a 4-man rotation for him and don't have him on that one-on-one lane. But at the same time, we're gonna also keep a bit of an eye as the game continues, on Whitemane in particular, because Ixia has already popped off some pretty neat plays with that. But yep, portal set up as they're rotating Sonya towards the top. Both of the teams are going for a camp, which means that the blue team has rotated Hero's top side to make sure that they have a very safe position around the Khazra camp. And at the bottom, it already gets pushed in as well. So, party time. Yeah, level 1 also for Dibbles. The Feast on Fear. Okay. And Banana against Rutsu. Yeah, Bird Boy is making it out, no problem for him. Top side, Market, Bakul, still doing their thing there too. And so far, everybody is just like trying to get some structural damage in. It's a 2 versus 2 setup at the top, so 3 versus 3 at the bot lane. Dropped 1 tower on the blue team side. It's just, it is a bit of early poke. Nobody's really committing anything, especially the red team is of course trying to stack Medivh as fast as they can. They're already sitting at 18 stacks, and that's not too bad. But, well, let's see what else they can pull off now, because it's time for the camps. Simply time for the camps. And Rutsu is double-checking. He sees, hey guys, 3 heroes over here. Don't have to be worried about anything. It's still early on in the game. So it is time to go ham on Immortal number 1. Also, look at that. We got the Dominance. Yep. Aggressive plays. So, Azerite on his Li Ming here. And, yep, heading straight into a bit of an old school style. So no Triumvirate, no missiles, no nothing. Yeah, but now it's for the first Immortal. And of course, when we're talking about Immortal damage, Hanzo excels at that in particular. Li Ming is always good for the Mexican standoff when you're trying to go for the continuous pressure play while still holding on to the defense on your own side. Medivh gets attacked, and Rutsu needs to be very careful with this. He's at 23 stacks, so you're already way past the point where you're okay with dying. If it happens super early in the game, then it's not that big of a deal, but right now, that will be a disaster for him. Especially since you want to finish this before your opponent hits level 10, or you're going to be exposed to even more damage. But it's pretty much a halftime show with an even split between the two teams. I mean, this is insanely close. This is 200 hit points that they're split off, so it's nothing. And of course, here comes the aggression. Skok with his Hanzo. He's the main damage dealer for them. Thrall trying to slow them down a little bit. Bird Boy in trouble. Rutsu is dead. That's the stacks lost. Lauba is also in a lot of pain here. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a double kill, is a Medivh reset, and an Immortal. But to be fair, the Immortal is taken by the Donuts. So they at least get the Immortal, but they won't be able to do anything with it. And to be quite frank, First Immortal against a double kill and one of them against Medivh and removing 25 stacks from him. Hell yeah, I'm gonna take that trade. Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. Now, on level 7, again, the Ancestral Wrath, the standard for Thrall. Chris has been showing some auto-attack talents here, but mainly against weaker teams when they were already in the lead. So there's always a bit of a question, would he be willing to drop it as a talent against one of the top 4 teams too? I guess as the series continues, as we're going to have just the Masters Clash continue, time will tell if he's going to be willing to do that. But for now, we have at least in these games the standard talent for Thrall. We also got the Calamity now in. And yeah, it's 2 kills to 0. There's a leading experience for the blue team. The Immortal obviously didn't do anything because they couldn't push with it. And now they're instead trying to go through the bot lane. And I want to remind everybody that the Donuts in particular are playing a super aggressive style usually with Laubers and Uberak on this map. And they are incredibly successful with it. They dropped so many teams here, and it was honestly telegraphed that they would take Uberak here again. But they didn't have that success in the early game at least. So let's see if they can find their stride. And the kill against Gia would already help them a bit, and indeed they get it. But can Chili Mountain play this out? Because Chili Mountain made some great plays happen against, for example, 30k. So that was pretty impactful too. Nice juke, Azerite, nice. Yeah, using all the space that he has available to make sure that Lauber doesn't get that stun. Epicenter has not been claimed yet. And they are pushing the bot lane very, very aggressively. They might not have been able to do that with the Immortal, but boy do they do the work now. That bot lane is suffering a lot. So good on them. Making up for the missed opportunity earlier. Hasn't got to dive out. And Lauber's of course also low on mana, so gotta be careful. Immortal is spawning in another 13. And up here, Fountain is at least gone. That gives by default Sonya already the upper hand. Camp up in 30, but they have to fight for this a bit sooner than this. And down here, the small little trap that we're seeing from Gia and Marke. But it doesn't snap, it doesn't shut close or anything. It's a defensive posture that the blue team is taking. They're a little bit ahead in experience, and they're hoping for an early level 10 to maybe even force a fight. There's of course always the chance that a sleep dart of Ana connects, and then Banana would set the kill up for them. But yep, they are increasing that experience lead a bit. And Medivh is now portaling up towards the top to catch all of the experience and close that gap a little bit. Still, some poke damage. Hanzo is doing his thing. And he's doing it pretty well. They're slowly losing that battle, but the level 10 ability is any moment now. And they're committing on this. They have to be ready to move away though. Because once that level 10 hits for the blue team, they're going to make their move. But instead, they're going for Marke. They're trying to take him down, and they can't. And here's the level 10, and they are deep. The Keck play immediately, and Ixia is down. Their own level 10. They have it, but it's too late to save Whitemane. Copenhagen gets attacked, shielded, protected, makes it out. The ley line has been used. Hanzo with the arrow is trying to get the counter kill against Marco, who is low on mana too, but they cannot lock it in. Now, Whitemane is going to be back very, very soon, and the halftime show is nearly won for the blue team by now. They're making the plays for it, but it's again more or less a 50-50 split, and I'm lying. The halftime show is over. So instead, they're trying to go for the full Immortal. They're going for the full thing. Up here at the top, play against Hanzo. Full engage once again. And this is the team fighter matters. Dibbles with the APOC, and they don't get value. Whitemane attack. The portal is out. Rutsu with 19 stacks on Medivh. They want Diablo. The Keck plays are ready, and Chen goes down. He saved Diablo, but he himself died, and that is another Immortal for the Donuts. They lock in objective number 2, and this time they're looking a bit better here. Medivh is again on his way to get the stacks completed, but that was a solid setup, and now it's a push through their top lane, where they are definitely going to take that fort. So, job well done. 15,000 damage for Thrall. We got 26,000 for Hanzo. Medivh himself has already the same amount of damage that Thrall has. And we're also looking at Sonya, who's dangerously close to that too. And Sonya is already at the bottom of the map pressuring Chen again. She wants that second fort. And here's the ley line. Alright, the arrow is up. Nicely timed. The stun follow up. The second stun. But there's just no damage that they can push on this. And instead, Lauber is now in trouble. He's going for the cocoon. They're trying to burn it down. And there's the play. Also interesting to just note that Azerite has not taken this integrate against the cocoon, but instead goes still for the playmaker value here with his Wave of Force. So, just noteworthy. Normally, when you're having a Lubarak on the other side, mostly Liming players will decide to drop Disintegrate right away, since it's an amazing cooldown trait that you can go for. But in this particular case, Lauber doesn't really have to focus Liming with the Disintegrate, and instead can just go for whatever target, because she can't insta-kill the Cocoon. So that's a pretty big advantage for him in terms of utility that he has now. And they're already using that a little bit. It's still fairly even. I mean, it's more of a structural problem that Chili Mountain has. In experience, they're insanely close. And the same goes for kills too, of course. So off we go. There's a big of a push down for the camp again. They're trying to make the play here. Cocoon back up in 13. They need to survive long enough if they really want to use it. And I don't think they can keep Lauber alive for that period of time. He gets attacked. The arrow, big arrow connecting. The camp got stolen though, but they get another stun against Make. But the Apox setup. Make makes it out. The ley line. And nice. Liming and Thrall, they both get Hanzo'd. And Ana died too. The nano boost on Diablo, spoiler alert, it's not helping them. That's a quad kill. 4 heroes down. They took the camp, but they lost 4 heroes in the process. And now the fort has fallen. And with all the momentum in the world, they make a play for the keep wall. They will at least be able to take one of the towers down, maybe a little bit more. What a fantastic development for the Donuts. Game number 1, it looked a little bit touch and go for a while, but now they are not only close to finishing the quest on Medivh, but they've also taken the early level 13. They have taken an experience lead. They might not be insanely ahead, but structurally speaking, they definitely are running the show now. So, yeah, well done. Damage output. Hanzo with 39,000 now, and he's getting the damage not only connected, but he's also following up with the kills. So good for him. Yeah, going for all the marbles here. It's still an even talent fight. That's the one important thing to still point out here, that there's no talent advantage for the Donuts. But they're going for some sweet plays. Not exposing any holes in their play, at least in the last fight. The Donuts trying to go straight back in for it, but nah. They're not glossing over that. Alright, so 3 kills to 6. And here's the play for Chili Mountain. They're trying to eat the Donuts alive here, but they are proving to be quite resilient. In comes Thrall, looking already. There's the arrow. Oh, father! And she's dead. Granny is down. The top keg plays. Not enough to save anybody here. Least of all Backhult, or at least that's what it seems like. He's already dropping low. Goes straight for the drink again. But it is Diablo that dies first. They're still trying to get additional kills. And with a quick chase, they're moving on to Make. They're trying to go for Liming to... I mean, they're pretty much dropping everybody here. There's 3 kills already. Backhult is low, and he gets Hanzo'd as Skok comes in with the big boy plays. They're not going for Liming. Azerite with 70 hit points is able to move back. The problem is that the top lane is completely exposed, and they are going easily now for the kill on the keep. And of course, the Immortal is also up. They can go for the double. They can get the keep for free, fall back, take the Immortal. Hanzo is already on it. And then make the plays there. And this is exactly what they're trying to do. Take Immortal, number 3, move through the bot lane. They will have a level 16 with it. They have everything. They have absolutely everything at this point. They got the Keep destroyed at the top. They will be able to take this one down with the next Immortal. They have a 16 talent advantage. Epicenter is already taken. And yeah, it's some insane setup. If you're looking at this, Chili Mountain is looking at this push and looking at all the advantages and is like, where's that surrender button again? Like, how do you do this? No, we can't? Damn it. Now, the only chance that they have is force an early fight and somehow get a kill. And that is a distant hope. I mean, this is 100% shield more or less on the Immortal, so it's a disaster. The Donuts, everybody, doing just work. Again, it was close for a long time. But that last fight in particular, that just crushed things. And here comes the push. Donuts with the big boy plays, or at least the attempt. And they're making a move for the keep. Down goes the tower. And the Immortal, yeah, there's the keg play. They're going for some isolation. No, they go for Ixir. Goes for his ult already. Tops it right away. There's the Apoc. Leyline ruins any kind of value. Ixir gets a shield too. They just can't kill him. And this is a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. In the back, we still got Hanzo surviving against Thrall, who now also has to back off. They're going for Ana again. And they get the kill. Chen is also low. The core is already getting attacked at the back. We have another ley line that isolates Thrall completely. Macke wants the kill, but he can't get it here. They're trying to drop him. The core is falling at the same time. Macke down. The core is slowly getting destroyed. And that is game number 1, dropping into the hands of the Donuts. They take the lead. The red team with the lead in the best of 5 Heroes of the Storm series, ladies and gentlemen. Nicely done by the Donuts here on our first map of this series, taking the advantage on BOE. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Cursed Hollow, map number 2, the Donuts in the lead. That was a well-played series. I kind of expect that we're gonna see Medivh banned again. But yeah, for a long time, Chili Mountain did a fantastic job staying in the game, but then towards the end when we had that big fight and of course nearly a 5-man wipe, that was just way too much. I mean, the momentum that they gained, taking the keep down, going for the Immortal, it's pretty much setting up the push for core. That was just too much to handle. So the Donuts, they take the lead. And, well, now that we are on Cursed Hollow, it's going to be a very different game that we're seeing here. There's also the chance that we're going to get to see some of the heroes that have been traditionally strong. Globals can be played here, for example. You can play also around Tyrael, who of course has seen some adjustments in the recent patch too. The Birdie oftentimes makes an appearance here. So there's a lot that can actually be done to just spice the map up. It's also a map where we've seen a lot of Vikings. Don't really know if we're going to see that here necessarily, but even the chance of a Vikings game is always kind of cool, so that's good. But yeah, either way, we get the Lucio ban coming quickly. And both teams are actually taking this a little bit slow in the ban pattern. I mean, it has been broken a bit since they're also trying to ban out some of the comfort picks. And with the ban on Sonya, we're looking at the same MO that we had the last time. You can't ban everything anymore that we normally see banned here, but it doesn't come as a surprise that Medivh gets banned. So it doesn't seem that Chili Mountain wants to use Medivh as a first pick. If they did, they wouldn't ban him out now. They would leave it up to the Donuts. So they're already kind of showing their hand. They're saying like, yeah, we don't want to do that. But there's a Brightwing ban. You can already realize Uther is still up, Chromie is still up. So there's quite a lot to pick still. And I feel like they're playing the entire time chicken with each other a bit. You ban it. No, you ban it. Well, if you don't ban it, we don't ban it either. Then we have 2 of the top picks still up and we can both get 1. So, what's it gonna be? Make your choice, boys. They go for D.Va. You play to win, really? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Okay. Do you know this crap when people are like, why do you care so much about this game? It's like, it's just a game. It's just about having fun. You know what? I have fun winning. That's why I try to win. So yeah, D.Va, you don't have to say it. We all know. Zeratul and Falstad, everything gets ignored. No Uther so far, and no Chromie. Again, Cursed Hollow as a map caters to some different styles. So they have global control. They have also a bit of snipe potential with Rutsu's Zeratul, which I think had a good chance of being banned out on the 3rd point. So they went for it very, very early so that they can lock it in. But that's a very quick double pick here. And it leaves a lot of options. And there's Uther and Muradin. Yeah, so Uther actually in a support role and Muradin for an additional stun. As comps go together, this is going to be an interesting game. No matter how, it's going to be a fun one. Uther makes it in for the Divine Shield. So what do you combo off with that? What is Muck in particular going to play? Yeah, what do you ban here too? Genji. Yeah, the bird doesn't like Genji. And a Divine Shield Genji with Dragon Blades is old school and is doing a lot of work. Yeah, the bird doesn't like that. The bird doesn't like that at all. The bird doesn't want to go into the KFC basket today. So they go for the Genji ban, which is likely gonna work out for Falstad. It also gives you, of course, a lot of control if your opponent is trying to play some kind of Viking stuff. Again, I didn't expect it to be played here anyways. But even if it would happen, Zeratul and Falstad can farm these bad boys pretty quickly. So, yeah, good move. If they want to play Zeratul, they have to pick him early here. Rutsu Zeratul is banned out regularly. I mean, a lot of his picks, honestly, are getting targeted. We've seen Zarya banned on Battlefield of Eternity. Guess who plays that too? Rutsu is known for his Zarya plays. So, one of the reasons why we saw that ban. Abathar and Whitemane. Yes. Alrighty. The Slugger is in. It's time for the slaps. Yep. The Worm and Zera. Oh my god. This is nasty. This is nasty already. And Ixia is playing his Whitemane. I'm pretty sure that soon we're going to see that Lucio ban replaced by a Whitemane ban. There's the Haka and Sylvanas. Okay, this is going to be a really aggressive setup for the Donuts. And Samuro. Oh my god, they're going full cancer build over here. Samuro from Copenhagen, there's no real tank, but they're going to play around them the entire time. Farming for kills, pushing the lanes out, trying... Oh my god, this is going to get nasty. Even if you win, it's going to be one of those games where you just want to kill yourself. Cursed Hollow, everybody! Map number 2, let's jump in. Chili Mountain against the Donuts. This is not going to be a fun game for Chili Mountain. This is one of those games where even if you win the map, even if you take it, you want to claw your eyes out every single step of the way. We have on the left side Chili Mountain with more or less a normal setup. Banana H on Uther, we got Azerite on Sylvanas, Gia is playing Muradin, Make on Dehaka, and Berghult is playing Diva. And then you look to the right side of the map, and we got Rutsu on Zeratul, Ixia on Whitemane, Lauba on Falstad, Kopmag on Samuro, and Skog on Abathar. A much more macro-focused setup that they're playing right now. You're obviously not going to take a normal 5 versus 5 fight in a straight-up battle. You know exactly how that's going to end for you. So they are going to play macro with this a lot. And also try to get quick kills on isolated heroes that are trying to hold the lane experience down with Zeratul and Abathar. As the game continues and the late game kicks in, they're going to have some huge power spikes coming through too. So the Donuts are playing a super annoying setup, and this is going to get nasty. The bird already on the way up towards the top. You can see over here, Copenhagen, he's going to play with Samuro. And there's so many aspects to this. I mean, we're going to talk about a couple of them, but just imagine the Zeratul with Abathar Head just roaming the map the entire time. That's already in and of itself a disaster, because when you're alone on the lane and Zeratul appears with Abathar, you know you're in trouble, and you could easily die there. On top of that, you have Samuro, who's going to macro heavily, trying to push these lanes out. And whenever you have a structure being attacked and Samuro is helped by Abathar, and maybe there's even a copy coming in, that makes matters even worse. I mean, look at the top here. Falstad gets out, and they are low. So he gets out thanks to Abathar, and this is a 3-man that was headed his way. And Zeratul is just coming in, putting pressure on them. Now Ixia comes in with a heal, everything's fine, and they can rotate around this. And once that Skog has his level 10 and can go for the ultimate evolution, you'll see them really do damage and work. And yeah, it's gonna be nasty to deal with this. It's one of those lineups where you can't make any mistakes if you're the blue team, or you're gonna fall behind quickly. Now, of course, you can still win this. I mean, if you start to get kills in, you exploit the early game a little bit, where Abathar doesn't have the copy yet, you can maybe get a curse going. There's a lot of stuff that you can still do. But it's one of those matches where you always feel if we just make one step into the wrong direction, we're gonna get punished so hard, it's going to be crazy. So, well, we'll see how it goes. For now, it's the level 4 talents that are kicking in. We got already the hammer gains, obviously on level 1 for Falstad, the frequent fly, we've seen it a few times already. A bit more of a symbiote focus that we have on the side of Abathar. Doesn't really come as a shock giving the lineup. And after the Way of the Wind, we get the One with the Wind. Sounds to me like Samuro is farting a lot, so I'm not quite sure if he had beans or whatever is there, but hey, you do you. So again, I'm not judging. You're an orc in the first place, so you being a little bit smelly is just normal. But I think with those talents, there's a lot of wind that gets passed around here. So I'm not quite sure what to think about that. Either way, Samuro was always a little bit disgusting. That overbite alone is already a bit no-no. As it stands, he's also coming in with a blade though and drops the damage on Azerite, so there's that. As they're defending the mid lane against that camp. The first objective is now also up, so they're going to start to make their way towards the tribute. Falstad is up at the top. And if they get one, that would already be a bit of a win, because that simply means that there can't be an early curse. And he might have even been able to get this one if he would have channeled right away. Doesn't quite happen here. Bottom of the map now, Dehaka. Obviously they have some counter global, so it's good for them. And yep, Whitemane is already hopping on her broom, and starting to go to the top to help out, as Lauber is still continuing to interrupt this. It's kind of funny to see Lauber on Falstad. I mean, just generally speaking, it's kind of funny to see that. So right now, he's already doing some work. We still have Abathur at the bottom going up against Dehaka here, who can always global in whenever he needs to. But they're working on Gia's hit point pool, and they're starting to drop the Dwarf low. Looking for that Stormbolt though, but yeah, can't set it up. The Bird, on the other hand, goes down on lane and gets kicked around a bit too, so Dwarf down. And he goes into the secret weapon. Alright, they get mirrored in. Secret weapon has been taken. No boomerang. Yeah, so if they were looking at the wave clear, then that's definitely going to help them here. That's alright, by the way, is low. And Banana H. Close call, buddy. They're still putting the pressure on here. We got the Burning Blade in. The Bird is back, baby. The Bird is back. Now, one of the things where... I mean, I forgive Lauber because he is not a Falstad player, so he doesn't maybe know that Secret Weapon sucks. There's one thing where Secret Weapon is good. Yeah, I know. People are already confused. It's like, wait a second, is Khaldor gonna play Secret Weapon? Not in a normal game, I'm definitely not. But there's one argument that you can make in favor of Secret Weapon that might play a role here, where Secret Weapon actually excels if you're using it for structures. So, if structures is what you're focusing on the most, then you are getting all of those shots, like the ideal scenario, through. Normally, that doesn't play a big role because you want to get more out of your Falstad than that. In a normal composition where Falstad plays a role as a side laner and wants to come in as an auto-attack damage dealer a little bit later in the game, that is a pretty bad choice. But if they are just trying to get structures destroyed the entire time now, with combos like with Samuro, for example, then going for Secret Weapon and simply using Falstad to take structures down on the side lanes, that could be a reasonable strategy. So, trying to find a bit of a positive side on this one. Generally, big no-no. But if that's the play that they're making, and again, we're going to find out, then we'll see if they can get a bit of extra damage with it. So, yeah. But either way, we got already Lauber moving straight back into the middle. Bottom of the map already. Backwell is sitting tight. We got Skok here too. And, yep, let's see a bit of how this is gonna work out for especially Backwell, because Wutsu is now coming in as well. We got the level 10 abilities in, Might of the Merazine, we got the Illusion Master, the Mighty Gust is through too. And, well, let's see what they can do with this one. Yeah, so again, obviously with the changes on Falstad, I mean, again, you have now the opportunity to get that extra boom. Now, the old school, again, for everybody that doesn't know, Falstad has been changed a little bit. But the level 1 with the frequent fly usually still follow up. We've seen that in the previous series as well, where Falstad's level 7 was played. But again, for the structure damage, this is going to be a pretty good thing. And if I say again, then I think I'm going to have to put a little bit of a swear jar up here and buy myself like a coffee or something every single time I do that. Which is a win-win, honestly, at the end of the day. So, yeah, there's that. Level 10 abilities are in, and the boss is getting attacked now. Yeah. There's only one team that goes for it. They're finally making a move, but they're a little bit late to the party. I mean, Falstad had to go up to the top lane to deal with it. So there's that. Over here, there's the play. And of course, there he also gets the damage out. 16 stacks is also not too bad for the birdie. Given the fact that we haven't really seen a whole lot of kills against heroes, it's actually not bad either. So we've seen... I mean, who played it in the previous series? I can't even remember. But had some really solid damage towards the late game and made a big jump in damage output there too. So that was good for him as well. But, yep, top side. They're starting to make the play over towards the structures. And Copenhagen is immediately ready for that. Now that level 10 is in, they can, of course, play around the ultimate evolution. And the crazy thing, honestly, is that it's also the red team that got both of the tributes. So they have a massive lead now. They have 2 tributes, and which means they can run the macro game completely. Normally it's the Abathur team that is under pressure when we're talking about this, but we are far away from that. I honestly have I really don't think that Chili Mountain is going to have an easy time here. Yeah, look at this. This is exactly what I talked about. Structural damage with the Hammerang setup. Lauber, if he is left alone, can do a lot of work with it. Especially, of course, if he gets the auto attack speed increase from Abathur, so that helps even more. They have to go for this one. And they will get interrupted a little bit, which is just time that gets bought, and that is time that gets used by the Donuts to push the lanes out even further. We are seeing this at the bot lane. Here's the setup, gets all of the damage out. This time Abathur couldn't really help out, but still, they're gonna get this entire wall. And you can see that Muradin is already rotating over with the Haka, but the problem still remains the same. They're coming in with some serious damage on this, and they can simply gust them away. Actually, they can't because they used it already. But they should be able to get out here. Ixa gets attacked, okay. It's still a 3 versus 3. So, with Azrael coming in, yeah, they might have stayed too long. They're gonna lose Lauba, aren't they? Yeah, Lauba goes down, Ixa gets attacked too. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is gonna be a quick kill. A double kill. Falstad is down, so is Whitemane. And that's 3 kills to 1. That was a good thought, but this is one of those mistakes that you can't make. They just stayed too long. They had a good move at the bot lane. They opened the wall up. They went in and did some damage against the fort. But now that they have a Sylvanas against them, that's an easy push for the fort, and that one gets taken. So it's kind of problematic. They lost too many heroes, and that's the one thing that you can't afford to happen. You can't lose this many heroes or you're going to be in trouble. They get the counter kill against D.Va, and that's actually quite important. As long as they're saving Rutsu, they're fine. But the problem is that Zeratul, he gets stopped. That gust was queued up with a shift move, I think. But as you can tell, it was not enough to save Zeratul. And now they are once again in a bit of an awkward position, especially since the drag connects with Samuro, but he's able to make his way out. Now, if they can take this one... Oh! Yeah, that Divine Shield just saved Azerite. He jumped the wrong way. He still gets saved, but that looked nasty for a moment. Yeah, that looked tricky. Now, Abathur is still holding on to the bot lane, and of course they have some good globals, not only with Abathur, but also with Samuro and with Lauba. But that can always backfire hard, so yeah, good on them. Stacks are coming together for the birdie now too. We have the level 13 talents for both of the teams, and on the damage side, we get now 20,000 for Abathur, 16,000 for Sylvanas, but they're getting it. They're taking it. Curse number 1, everybody. And that is going to take quite a few of these structures down, so the curse is already going to hit, and off we go. Yeah, that one is the first one up at the top, getting eliminated. At the bottom of the map, that's another one. So that's 2 forts already down. We now have 15.5 against 15. The advantage for the Donuts right here. It's half a level, but that could of course snowball, especially now that they're starting to lose more structures on the ground. Force is still holding the mid lane, and they're splitting experience on every single lane. So they pretty much have a hero on every lane, so whatever wave is coming their way gets soaked. And that is going to result in the Donuts taking a big lead. I mean, look at this setup topside. This is exactly the problem. If you have a Samuro against you and then Abathur comes in with a copy and you have a double Samuro, you are going to burn through structures. That's definitely going to happen. So this is an easy one. That one's taken down. In the middle, Falstad is doing the damage. So structures all over the place are currently being eliminated. The level 16 talent is ready for them as well. Now Samuro at least gets taken apart. He did a lot of damage topside, but still, Falstad needs to now be careful that he doesn't stay too long either. We have 16 talents against 16. That moves away easy peasy. There's the Gusto. Okay, so they make their play. And off we go. A bit of a push through the middle. That's the one saving grace for Chili Mountain. They got a Sylvanas, so whenever they're getting some kills in, they can easily push because Abathur can't do anything. So every single kill that you make is going to be fantastic for you. And they're coming in, they're getting the easy kill. They can now make the move straight for the next camp. The fort is down. They lost a lot of structures too, of course. But it is party time. Yep, right now, Mark is in. We got 6 kills to 2. They have taken the lead again. Abathur is, of course, pushing the bot lane out a little bit more. And that's exactly what we're seeing here. A little bit of a push out by him. And as it stands, they're making the play for the boss. Whitemane isn't back, so they're trying to take this. They're going for the move. They're trying to take the boss away, and that fight could be nasty. Whitemane is back, but she is not anywhere near the fight, so they let it slide. Instead, they're going for Sylvanas. The Divine Shield saves her for a second, and she's able to move out. The Gust puts them into the corner again, and now they have to take a fight, and that's a problem. Sylvanas is dead immediately as it starts up. They're hoping, of course, for even more kills. They're going for Banana Age. And the boss is pushing through the top. They jump, the setup, they're going for Muradin. He pops the avatar quickly, but Gia is low and Gia dies. 2 down, and that's an opportunity for the Donuts as they are starting to move in. Easy peasy, a kill against Uther. Nicely done Berkult is also just simply moving out, and as you can tell, there's the first keep of the game that is going to fall, and they might get more than that, because now they're moving in and they have the setup that is able to take this down because of all the pressure. Abathur, they got the copy, they can make the play for the core, the shield is already down, and they are just murdering that thing. There's 3 against 5, and they take it down to 50. Even if they get wiped here, that's an insane advantage if you have a combo that can backdoor this easily. The gasket gets used, and that is game, ladies and gentlemen. Chili Mountain losing the second map to the Donuts as they come in with a big macro plays to lock in a victory on Cursed Hollow. Towers of Doom, game number 3, the Donuts, they made it happen. Chili Mountain is now down 2 maps as the red team was running a macro comp and doing it well. So yeah, good to see a couple of different strategies coming in from them. So I really like that a lot. They definitely have shown that they are willing to experiment with a lot more builds. I mean, lately they had that triple support setup for Battlefield of Eternity, which is definitely a composition that kind of exclusively works on Battlefield that you cannot really play on other maps. And right now, as we are looking at that Cursed Hollow game, that's of course a pretty neat one too, with all of that, all of that macro that you have there. Now, a lot of those combos will work out once or twice, and then other teams are going to try to ban some of the key elements away, but it's always nice to have that in your arsenal. You don't have to pull that every time, but if you know that you have it and you can play it, then it's always a nice tool when you are trying to take someone down and maybe catch them unawares. So, with that, we got Towers of Doom as our potential final map even, all depending on the Donuts' performance here. And of course, there's also a bit of a question of what Chili Mountain is now going to change themselves, because we currently have the Lucio ban again. They are really not a fan of Ixia locking in one of his favorite supports. He's been playing white main twice now. And yep, there's the Chromie ban. And of course, there's still Uther up that you can also have a look at. Medivh gets banned, shocker, I know. But keep in mind that Medivh gets always banned by Chili Mountain here. So they are signaling we don't want to pick Medivh first, but we are afraid that you are picking Medivh second. So that's kind of interesting, because Make is a good Medivh player, and they've been playing a lot of Medivh in the past, but their unwillingness to lock him in here first, kind of interesting, honestly. Not something that I really expected. So in comes the Sonya ban, which leaves Uther, of course, open again. So good for them. And what's the first pick? Towers is another map where you can play macro. Technically, you could go for a similar composition that the Donuts played on Cursed Hollow. So there's that. And yep, let's have at it. First pick.
I heed the voice.
The fuck? First pick? Hello? The fuck is that shit? First pick? I mean, fair enough. If you want to play Tyrande composition, fair enough. I still have my problems with her. I would love her to be a bit more viable. I still think she has a lot of issues, and she needs to be in a composition that dominates the game from the beginning. But Banana H is an amazing support, and if they can draft a good combo around her, then by all means, give it a shot. But first pick? What? Alright, Zeratul and Ana get locked in pretty much right away. Rutsu is saying... Rutsu is already sitting there, is like, this is going to be fun. I mean, Hunter's Mark on him is going to put more pressure on him whenever he dives, but that will be interesting. Kerrigan, Tyrande is a hero that really wants to follow up on stuns. You want to have an initial stun, then you want to come in with even more stuns through Tyrande, the Hunter's Mark, and you want to get kills. So it doesn't really shock that they're coming in with something like Kerrigan. Like anything that can really just like dive in and provide CC is good for Tyrande. It creates some space for her. You're trying to just take the focus off her, and you want to also enable combos that do damage. But a first pick Tyrande, I mean, damn son. There's the Tyrael ban. No Sanctification with that combo. Makes sense. I mean, technically you could even go for like Judgment if you want to say like, let's go YOLO, baby. But I'm It's like, guys, like, I don't know. That is kind of nuts. Alright, so Tyrande carry again. Stuns are in. They ban the bird out so that you can't simply gust and reset. And save the target here too easily. But you kind of gave the game away here. And Uther is still up, just saying. That's a Divine Shield. So you got an Uther possibly as a main tank for Lauba, and then use the Divine Shield to save whatever target comes through. Hogger and Mei, alright. Mei instead. Yeah, I can use the trade. But that will be kind of interesting. Huh. I was a little bit shocked. Again, the pick itself doesn't shock me that much. It's like, if you want to try something different, it's fine. If you're trying to go for a more aggressive style and you think you need to risk something, by all means, we've seen it before. In most cases it hasn't worked, but we've seen it. But first pick? Alright, there's Brightwing and there's Kira. We're going wild, boys. This is pretty much a full melee setup. Most of the damage dealers here are melee. We have a couple of range drops, but nothing too crazy. They went ham on this one. I mean, that's what I call a dice combo. You roll a dice for every pick and then you see what you get. So now we got Zul coming in. And it's Towers of Doom, everybody. So, yep, there's our front line. Both of the teams going a little bit ham on this one. And they're just saying, yep, let's play this with full on melee. Ladies and gentlemen, Game 3. The Donuts against Chili Mountain. It's getting hot in here. Towers of Doom. Let's get at it. It's getting wild in here. It is getting wild. The Chili Mountain is slowly thawing as the blue team is turning up the heat. And on the red side, the Donuts apparently are currently experiencing a little bit of a sugar shock after they are checking out what's being played by the blue team and decided to go full melee on them and just walk over them. On the left side, Banana H on Tyrande, Gia on Kerrigan, Muk on Brightwing, Azerite on Kira, and Backhold is playing Diva. And the Donuts simply decided, you know what, if we don't take a squishy backliner, then we're just going to run over these bad boys. So they go for Skorg on Hogger. They go for Zeratul. This time Rutsu adjusting his build a little bit and going to an early cleave. With Ixia on a grenade, Ana opening, Lauba on Mei, and Copenhagen on Zul. And it is brawl time immediately. The fiesta has started, and guess what? Kerrigan is the first one to fall. Chili Mountain, they went aggressive with this. They just said, guys, we need to drop them quickly here. Let's get the Tyrande set up in for the Hunter's Mark. They went into Brightwing for more CC. They have Kerrigan on the CC. And they got Kira on top of that so they can set up some combos, especially after level 10. But at the same time, you have the Donuts coming in and just looking at it saying, like, you know what, guys? If we go for a little bit of CC ourselves and we're just chasing these bad boys 6 days to Sunday, we can get some easy kills here. And we're just going to run over them. And they got the second kill. So Kerrigan came back and she died immediately once more. Nenny BD BP. She came, she saw, and she peed herself. So that is not the opening that you're looking for if you're trying to start a comeback. Not even a little bit. And as this foreman is doing its job, Zul has just decided to rotate between the lanes. You gotta be careful that he does not fall into a trap here, but so far Copenhagen is doing well. Now there's of course a couple of camps to be fighting over, but there's the aggression. I mean, both teams are gonna be aggressive here. Ixia dodging out on the first combo attempt, but then he eats the full setup, and that is Ana down. And Hogger is pogging out, but he kind of went the wrong way there. I'm not quite sure if he's going to survive this one. They're still trying to get a counter kill in the middle, and they're going for Maka here. Maka on Brightwing. Now that's a waste of a hero if I've ever seen it. So, yep, that's the end of Brightwing, and the end of Kerrigan. Can Kerrigan carry again? I don't think so, maybe. They're going for Kira, and they get the kill. Kira down, Kerrigan down. We're 2 minutes in, we have 6 kills. 2 minutes in, 6 kills, and Skorg is alive because Ixia is a monster. What is happening here? Oh my god. Yeah, that's a level lead and a 4 kill lead that we're looking at now. This is gonna get nasty. Real nasty. I mean, damn, son. Triple altar, okay, they're gonna go for both of the teams, but pretty much both of the teams are trying to do the same thing. Different lineups, more of a counter build that we have from the Donuts, but the thought process behind both of them is, in terms of playstyle, the same. Both of them are trying to take a lead and just simply snowball this hard. Farm heroes, snowball it hard, come in, take the kills, and just play around the advantages in talents and the momentum that you gain. And right now, it's only going one way. It's the Donuts who are running the show. Now, their lead isn't big enough just yet to completely walk over them, but they are working on the talent lead and they're trying to make those plays now. So, this is getting a bit nuts. I mean, it's a risky play on both sides. Both of them are pretty much looking at this and saying, yeah, we're risking something here. But it's working quite well for the Donuts, and they counterpick quite a lot of what they saw on the other side here. We already got on level 7 now the Seeker in the dark. Obviously, with the level 7 talent, this should be an easy one for Skog, but he gets interrupted again. They're trying to make the play now, as they're moving straight up in for Gia. Kerrigan! Nope, no big boy pants for her today. Kerrigan is not looking like she can carry again today. Yeah. We still are going to go for Diva. Bakul, gotta be a bit careful here. 6 kills to 1 now. And off we go. Yep, there's our channel, and this time they're gonna get it. And they're already breaking through the bot lane too. So, 4 more shots fired. Big lead in experience, and they're going for the structures now too. Yeah, our little Pogger over here is pogging it out. Bit of damage is already done. The stun misses. Azerite. Level 7 on both sides now. Zeratul isn't here. Neither is Zul. They need to be careful. This could be the end of Pogger. Yeah, he's trying to pog it out, and he's getting a little bit away. Ixia in the back is defending them as best as he can, but the stun still connects with Lauba. He's still gonna get away from this one. Yeah, Ixia is saving all of them. So that's a full-on commitment of 4 heroes at the bottom. And now instead they're making a play for Azerite, and he might be in trouble because Rutsu is also here. He wants some damage too. There's the connect. Straight into the stun, and Kira gets out. Alright, good save. That could have been a bit of a problem. Pogging is Skog. Still with a full pog over here. The Journeyman cooking into the dense blasting power here, as you can see. Still full level lead already. So, yeah, that's the party move. Also, when we're looking at the talents, it's the Mark of Mending and the Hunter's Fury for Tyrande. Level 10 abilities are kicking in soon for the Donuts, but now it's 18,000 damage for Kira, 19,000 for Pogger, and they're going straight in for another camp. They're taking this one. There's no fight to be had. I mean, they're trying to get some damage against Skog, but there's always the chance that Rutsu then comes in and tries to take them down. And with the level 10 that they now have, in just a moment, guys, they're gonna make a play for the bell tower. We're 5 minutes in, and they're gonna make a play for it. With the pumpkins moving through? I mean, hell yeah. There comes the wall, and Kerrigan gets shockwave, and bam, she's dead again. Kerrigan is dead again, and they also have dropped the bell tower pretty low. Now, they gotta be careful that they're not losing someone here either, but that is so far looking just absolutely fantastic. That's a good stun though, that was a great stun. That was a nice follow-up, and both of them are low. They're both gonna die. Yeah, one down. Oh, is he getting away? That did not connect. Yeah, they're gonna make it out. Level 10 is still not here. So now that they're coming in once more with another hero, they can maybe even get another kill because there's still no heroic ability. And Brightwing is dead. No chance. Kira is also in trouble. The sleep dart connects like a charm. And Azerite, yeah, good luck, my friend, but that's the end of you two. So we are looking at 9 kills to 2. Still more than a level lead. And of course, they're going for another one here. Now, we got Emerald Wind in. Yeah, still trying to do a bit of more damage here, but that's another channel that is successfully set up. Bam! 4 shots fired, 28 to 36. Whew, things are looking good for the Donuts. Chili Mountain, they're trying. They're really trying to get these kills. They're trying to get the momentum. But can they really pull that off? That's the big question now, because it is not going to be easy. And as expected with that setup, the unrelenting strikes are in. You are looking for follow-up after stun combos. So that's what you're currently trying to do. And the Donuts, I mean, they are just... They can eat so much damage here. Pogger pogging hard, the shockwave, and Tyrande is about to go down. So is Kerrigan, by the way. I mean, Brightwing came in and saved Tyrande just in the last second, so she's still alive, but she's eventually gonna fall. I don't think they can save her. They took the bell tower first, and now they're still making a play for the girl here. Anna is dead, but so is the support on the blue team side. And that's one of the big problems that you have with Tyrande. She's just squishy. You need to create space for her. You need to make sure that nobody is able to go for her or she's going to be in trouble. Rutsu is getting chased. So is Lauber. Nice kill. And that's another one against Zeratul, isn't it? No, he makes it out. Nah, he doesn't. Yeah, it is. Yeah, 5 kills to 12. So all of a sudden they're getting some kills in too. Yeah. Alright. He's going for the big pock. Is he gonna escape? No way. Yes, there we go. I like it. Chili Mountain is getting some kills connected. Now they still have a bell tower less because of the bot lane. But that was actually a good move. That was the first real move that came together for them, where they were able to also do some work and get some kills. So if they can make a few more plays like this, they might have a chance to start that comeback. Of course, trying to retake at the bottom of the map. Tyrande has also the interrupt potential on any channel here, if she has the cooldown up. But yeah, there's the interrupt. Eye of Horus obviously does that too. And they want to go for both apparently, because Brightwing is still at the bottom and so is Kira. So they're starting to move in now. The pew pew is happening. Good combo against Zeratul, and Rutsu, he nearly gets insta-killed. Yeah, that was a problem. Now Anna's coming in, but they went a bit too ham here, or did they? Carry again with the Chrysalis. Oh, and the kill. Azerite is also low. One channel on each side. 3 shots against 5. They go for Azerite. They want to go for Kira. There's a bit of a slow happening. Rutsu, can he connect? Can he connect? No, he can't. Yeah, he was close though. 13 kills to 6. 33 to 23 points on that core. Alright, can they retake? Now, it's of course pumpkins that are still up for grabs, and they're going for those. But this is a fun one. This is actually kind of spicy. So, at this point, Rutsu still moving straight back in and trying to get a bit of a connect here. Yeah. Every single time Zeratul makes the commitment, they are following up and trying to put also the Hunter's Mark on him so that they can get the kill. The problem is that now we see D.Va suffer too. The reconnect on the bell tower at the bottom is nearly successful, but D.Va is down and Zul isn't even here. This is a 5 versus 4. Zul is rotating, mid lane, top lane. More experience for them, bigger lead, and they're already 1.5 levels ahead. And they're still getting the kills here too. Finally, Zeratul at least gets dropped, but big plays. Hogger with a big damage. They nearly got a double or triple even here. But they're creating so much space for Zul. I mean, there's shots connecting. Zula is giving them the level 16 talent, so now they're heavily ahead on that. And Zul just doesn't care. Zul is going for a double bell tower push. Anna's down too, so the blue team at least capitalizes on the numbers advantage. They want to go for Lauber too, and they might get the kill. Yes, they do. But Horga is still pushing out, and just look at the bell tower in the middle. I mean, Copenhagen is just rotating. And they have a big lead. They are putting pressure on. They lose the bell tower at the bottom, so maybe the Donuts went a bit too hard here, considering that they could have maybe just defended with a bit more of a safer position. That's another kill, and this is also a staggered death, so that's Hogger down. And them overstaying, that kind of gives an opportunity to Chili Mountain to come back. So it's a bit of a problem, especially since they're still fighting 2 versus 4 here. I don't think they have to. So that's a bit of a nasty one. They're buying time, of course. And Anna is back and can use the Eye of Horus, and that is really helping. I mean, they're getting a kill against Azerite. This is just nuts. I mean, honestly, what the hell? But now that Anna doesn't have the Eye of Horus anymore, she needs to close the distance, and that is too slow, especially with Barkult moving in. So now it's another kill. Zul is down. It's just an endless brawl. We got 27 kills. We're only 11 minutes into this game. We've seen 27 kills. That bell tower is nearly gone, by the way. And there's a double ult up. Nobody goes for alters. Everybody just goes for kills. Ixia is down too. They're just losing too many heroes right now. Honestly, the Donuts are throwing this a little bit. They're definitely throwing this a bit. They could have done way better. There's a sneaky channel attempt, and he doesn't get it. They're losing too many heroes for no reason. They were heavily ahead, and they could have played it a bit slower, and instead they're just feeding into them. They're going to try to combo, dodging out the first one. Nicely done, but he's going to die. It's 14 kills to 15, and the experience lead is now in the hands of Chili Mountain. The Donuts, they are funning around too much. They had a great opening, they had a great start, they were kicking their butt, but now they're just brawling too hard and they are staggering deaths. And if you're going 2 versus 4 in some of these fights, I mean, what are you expecting? So, good for us. We might see a fourth game. But from the perspective of the Donuts, that could have been a little bit more disciplined. A certain amount where you can get away with, but they're just funning too much here. So, 7 deaths on Kerrigan, by the way. Just gives you a bit of an idea of how much he was pressured throughout all of this. And what the Donuts have to do is, they gotta reset. Because it's 25 against 21 points, it's even experience, it's not like they're behind, but they lost the advantage. But there's of course still the chance to go into the mid lane and take that bell tower. So they gotta just like take a deep breath if they want to win this one and play this a bit slower. Yeah, and there's already the combo again. The stuns are coming out. There's the wall. Nice isolation on Kerrigan now. So that's really good. But the shield is out and Kerrigan is still alive. GS still alive and they can't get the kill. Down goes Hogger. Eye of Horus gets played. So they're trying to keep Lauba and everybody else still alive here. It was a nice play and good coordination, but it wasn't enough to get the kill. And once you don't get the kill, then you are going to be the one on the receiving end, and now they're on the run. Yeah, but they might just get a little bit of damage in. Brightwing down. They're low, though. They're really, really low. They get the kill against Zeratul. Kerrigan, she's so low. Ixir with a big sleep dart here. Yeah, it's the triple altar phase that comes up next. 2-for-1 trade. And boy, is this a series. I mean, Journeyman cooking is nearly done. So the level 1 quest on Hogger is nearly completed now. Bottom of the map, off we go. They already have the setup. Yeah, and all the way at the top left, there's the channel. The situation is still the same though, because, well, that's 4 shots fired. They also retook the bottom, and that is a double altar for Chili Mountain. 17 to 17. We're dead even with one big difference. We got level 20 for Chili Mountain. They got their Storm Talons already. Emerald Wind into the intensive winds. The silent killer is there. Yep, Samura is not the only one that is dropping a fart every now and then. The silent ones, they are the worst. They are definitely the worst. So, yeah, Samura is not the only one that smells here. Our girl needs to take a shower too. So, no more beans. No more beans. Change in diet. And there goes the shooting star right here. Okay, so they're both trying to retake their bell towers. That's happening at the bottom and that's happening here in the middle. So it's going to be a 4 versus 4 setup once that's completed. But level 20 is still not ready. Yeah, they still need to play around that a little bit. Just a bit of experience and they're going to be safe. But it is going to be a bit nasty. Now, Azul is focusing on top. I feel like they are starting to fall back on the basics for them. We got the Shatter in. No control. The Twilight Falls has now also been set up. And on top of that, we got the Mortal Wounds with the Armored Stance taken right there. Okay, so with all of this set up, here comes the fight down at the bottom of the map. And the blue team is actually diving in a little bit deep. They gotta be careful because this is taking aim on them. And there's the Shatter and Kerrigan is in trouble. Kerrigan is in trouble right now. Yep, Shockwave follows up and Chrysalis saves her. But D.Va is dead. D.Va is dead, and guess what? Kerrigan is not making it either. She knows that. She's trying to get the counter kill. But she drops, and Hogger is dead too, so it's a 2-for-1 trade. But we might still see more kills against the team in blue, because now Tyrande is getting farmed. Yeah, the intensive wins to save her. That's not happening. Kira is also in trouble. And I don't think she's gonna make it out here. Nah, that's just too much. The Bone Spear is in, and bam, 4 easy kills. It really just feels like the Donuts just said, okay guys, let's play for real. And then they come in and they drop 4 heroes in the next fight. And now they got all the time in the world to get... I mean, honestly, they can get the Barrage. Holy shit, I didn't even realize that. They can take the Barrage. Look at the top one. That is so low. They're working on 2. Brightwing is the only survivor. It's 11 seconds until D.Va is back. I mean, Make has to pop his ult to buy them a little bit of time. So, bottom bell tower already falls. In the middle, they're taking this one too. They're already going straight up to the bot lane to get the 6 shots. And now they're moving topside to take this one too. This is a nightmare. This is going to be... I don't think this is ending the game, but this is definitely going to take some serious points off the opponent's core. That's 6 shots fired already. That puts them down to 11. And now that they're taking the top, the barrage is starting. And they are going to try and defend this now. This is a disaster for Chili Mountain. They're retaking or trying to retake at the bottom, but the defense is slowly being set up, and Lauba also has his ult back up, so he can buy time. This might be game. This is game. They can't take this quickly enough. They're trying in the middle. That's already 8 points. I guess they can take this one if they hurry. 8 points, 7 points. Yeah, they're going to be down to 6 points. Alright, so they defend this. 6 points on the core. The last shot is now connecting. 6 points to 17. And of course, the bell tower situation hasn't changed. It's still 6-2. So that's a disaster in and of itself. 37 kills right now. Holy hell. And the sniping has arrived. Oh, the kill to the damage over time. Carrigan with a Chrysalis safe attempt down here. Right wing is dead too. This is game. This is game. Gia, he's gonna die, and they're gonna retake the bell tower, especially now that they're also gonna make the play for Tyrande. I mean, Skok might even fall here. Nope, he's alive. Tyrande is dead. Here comes the Shatter. They're gonna try and get the kill against D.Va too, and it's a 5-man wipe, everybody. 5-man team wipe, and they're going for the barrage. What an insane last game here by the Donuts and Chili Mountain. They went in for an aggressive style. It was a great counter by the Donuts. They took an early lead that was absolutely incredible. A little bit of a Sudoku move over here. The Honorable Subaru, as we have Hogger fall, and the shots are getting fired. They could even go for this one, but bam, the core is down to 1 point. And with a bang, the Donuts and a 3-0 victory against Chili Mountain. Fantastic performance by them here today, and an incredible victory. Nicely done. The Donuts with a W on Towers of Doom.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.